a dark episode for April the 7th, 2023. Where am I at today? I'm very happy to be one more day and then I have a long weekend. Uh, Certain frustrations at work, which are like, okay, I need to take a breath and chill. Um, and part of it is just like needing to let my hand off the wheel, as strange as it is. I work with individuals, and those individuals, they're going to have their lives and they're going to work a certain way. And you know what? The worst thing I can do is try and be a control freak around them, because that's not me doing my job. My job is to hopefully facilitate theirs. And there's sometimes in the shift today that I did do that. I did it well. And there's other times that not so good. And I need to work on those, because that would make me a better serving the residents, and b would make me feel a lot less like, oh, why aren't they they're not, because they have got their own stuff, and you need to just sort of let them have their own stuff and do their own stuff. And yeah, that's me kind of needing to kind of like, if I let go of the wheel, I will feel a lot better, and I'll be doing a better job with the residents. So, as the most vague way that I can put that I'm not violating anybody's their personal lives, which, I am, I work amongst, I work within. That's where I'm at there. So yes, that's number one, I guess, thing for today. Um, I finished a story, and I did kind of a first pass of editing on both that story and another story. So that's good. That is good. I'm I'm kind of gearing myself towards doing kind of more of a novella thing, at least a kind of a couple of part thing, I think, for my next little writing project. Still complete smut, still complete nonsense, but it's smut nonsense that I enjoy doing. I'm um, I'm continuing to read the Duffel Puffs, slowly but consistently. Just a little bit each day, doing that. That's my own work, which I'm surprisingly enjoying in a way. Yeah, I'm just enjoying, because I'm just kind of reading it and taking it in. I'll let my critical brain try and figure out how to make it better later, but at the moment, yeah, I'm just taking it in. Some parts I kind of go, ooh, I don't know about that, but for the most part, kind of enjoying it, kind of going, rolling my eyes at it, but enjoying it as goofiness as it is. And also reading little sections of Patsy Rodenberg's The Need for Words, chapter 6, which is definitely developed into something which, I'm just reading it. I'm going to finish the book. She's doing big swaths of Shakespearean plays, which luckily I've read those plays, so I can get a general idea of what she's saying, but I'm not really stopping and seriously considering doing this as a practical vocal exercise, because it's much more of a thing of, you're acting in a Shakespearean play, and how would you do this line, and how to read Shakespeare, which is interesting. I don't know how interesting this is going to get when we move on to other playwrights, which I am not familiar with. It's going to become it's kind of a little bit of a slog at this point, anyways. Even though I think she's doing a fairly good Shakespeare reading from kind of a vocal nuts and bolts thing, which is kind of refreshing. Doing it that way, of someone who's very much, these are words to be spoken, and look what you as an actor, how this will headlong take you through a speech, in this kind of a pacing, that's kind of really useful stuff, just to somebody who is a lay reader of Shakespeare, who is never going to act in a Shakespeare play, never has any ambition to. It's interesting in an intellectual sense, but it's not really practically interesting. I think it's going to get a lot more sloggy when we move on to other playwrights, which I know nothing about, and she's going through I know that she is going to go through a shit ton of playwrights all the way up till like the present. So that's going to be slightly frustrating at the end. Patsy is made a reverse sandwich with the annoying, crappy stuff on the outside, the kind of the good, interesting, yummy stuff on the inside, which is like, yes, a reverse shit sandwich. That doesn't sound appealing, does it, Theo? Uh-huh. Well, I shouldn't ask the dog about shit sandwiches. They probably would find it appealing. So yeah, that is my day. I'm glad I got stuff off my chest, and I'm glad I just talked about my day a little bit. All right, I'll leave it there.